There's no quote for this. Sharks. What's going on, guys? My name is Perry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. Oh, man. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the second week
of Shark Movie Month.
Shark Week month.
Shark Fest.
Yeah. And it's a doozy today. I'll just say that. Now, Colby, before we talk about before we actually talk about the movie, could you explain how you got to the movie?
Last week I was on Tubi and we did our movie off of Tubi.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just going to type in the word shark. And like 60 shark movies came up and I was like, okay, Tubi. I appreciate that. I see what you're doing. You're like, give me the business. And it was like right up at the top was like Tubi original. And I started watching. First, I started watching Cocaine Shark. There's not really sharks in that. It is.
What is it then?
Badder than we want to review.
Oh, see, when a Colby says a movie is bad, it's bad.
Yeah, there's a shark crab in that one, and then a shark man, and the shark man is in like a paper mache. It's
bad.
It is several steps below House Shark.
Oh no!
It is definitely It's definitely like some college kids made it on no budget. And we're like, hey, let's see if Tubi will put this out. Yeah, so I opted to then watch a second movie, but this was the Tubi original. Swim.
Oh, forgot to do that.
we haven't. I mean,
well, here
it's about swimming.
Wait, here, let's hold on to that thought. Let's go to our movie.
Never anxious about sharks.
Yeah. Everything seems normal at the yearly beach house, but for this family, things aren't like the usual. What's worse than a flight getting canceled by the weather? The weather giving a shark access to your home. Swim 2021.
That's right. This could almost be a house shark.
I mean, at a certain point, it became House Shark.
It got it.
But House Shark was like more like spectral. This was an actual shark.
It was an actual shark.
All right, Colby.
I was like, and it stars Joey Lawrence? Whoa!
Barely.
I was like, so it's got to have a budget behind it.
He was barely in it. I was so mad.
He starts it and he ends it. And it doesn't matter that he's not in it for the minute 20 or the hour 20 in the middle.
Oh my god. It's like, I was like, this movie, it's only an hour and 20 something minutes. That'll go by quick. And I kept checking the timer. I was like, oh my god, there's still more. Okay, so Colby, you had a thought about it. You were talking about Swim.
Yeah, so I was just like, yeah, it's a Tubi original with Joey Lawrence. This has got to be good. I actually doing some little research. I believe that this is Tubi's second original movie. Like of the Tubi originals, this is their second movie they put out.
Well, this is 2021, so I get it. They're like, hey, they're just picking up like IPs left and right. Right. It's Asylum.
Steam.
Yeah,
it is an asylum film. I caught that.
I was like, oh no. You know what though? I'll always give it to Asylum for just like doing whatever they want.
I, right? Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, and like I was like, okay, cool. Joey Lawrence in here. That means like his two other brothers are gonna be in here, right? They
Yeah.
gotta make like a cameo, and they
I
didn't.
I was thinking that was going to happen. It didn't.
I was so sad.
What do
uh,
what do we do? The money plane or
yeah, it was some sort
and
of
that was the Joey Lawrence,
Snakes on
and
a
then
Plane ripoff.
yeah,
It had all
but
three
his
brothers.
brothers were in that one.
I
So
know, and like it's so funny because like the youngest now looks like the oldest, just because of like I don't know, he got like chubby. He's like
yeah,
he hasn't taken care of himself. You know what I mean? I mean Joey Lawrence, he's done a lot of like facial work,
yeah,
which like I'm like, come on, dude, just age gracefully, get that like rugged like look to you. Like he was such a heartthrob in the '90s with like the hair. And now it's just like he's like holding on. He's holding on to like that youth. His other brother was his name Jack Lawrence or something like that.
yeah. I think so.
The middle one, he's actually aged pretty well. Like he's kind of like let himself just age naturally. And he's like dating somebody like really hot.
Well, of course, he's a Lawrence brother.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, let's go ahead and start talking about Swim from 2021 to be original. I mean, it starts off like a little bit of like raining at the airport, and we get introduced right away to Joy Lawrence
Right,
because Joy Lawrence is like the big name pull in here, right? And
definitely.
he's super upset. I mean, anyone would be upset if they're at the airport, their flight gets canceled because of the weather, and like airlines aren't gonna put you up anywhere. They're like, hey, just wait it out. There's a bar over there. And so he calls his
Yeah,
wife
it's his act of God, right? They don't have to pay
uh,
for a hotel
for
if it's act of
nature.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he calls his wife, played by Jennifer Fields, who was actually one of the first contestants of a Asian American reality show called K Town, which was trying. I remember it because it was trying to ride the same wave that Jersey Shore had started. But
okay.
people weren't super into like Asian Americans back then. Now it's a little bit more. I feel like if they did it, it would pop off more because, BTS and stuff like that,
Right, right.
and
Definitely.
Korean dramas on Netflix. But yeah, no, like they're talking. He's like, "Hey, make sure like the house isn't leaking like last year. I don't want to have to deal with that this year." And she's like, "Don't worry, honey. Me and my dad and the kids are gonna be all there soon, and we'll make sure it's all taken care of." And Joy Lawrence is like, "Tell your dad to relax. I know he hates me, but still." I was like, Jesus. Yeah, it's a very tumultuous relationship those two probably had. Notice I said had. Just kidding. Oh man, but like like it's his wife and it's their daughter Charlotte in the front. Which, to be honest, I was like, they look like they should be friends and not mother and daughter.
They did look pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, like granted, Jennifer Fields, she's like half Korean, so like she has the Asian genes going for her of like looking young, but like the kids don't even look like they're hers.
I, right. Like it could have been. It could have.
Any other
Uh,
white
Gra-
actress.
Grandpa could have been Joey Lawrence's dad,
Yeah.
and the kids could have been his from the first marriage, and this was his new wife.
Is that what you told yourself? You're like, that's what you told Teresa when you guys were watching this together, huh? She's like, yeah. I know she brought it up for sure. She was like, those aren't her kids. But it seems like they have like a pretty well functioning family. Like Jennifer is like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be the last time we're all together. You're gonna be going to college." I was like, "Going? Shouldn't she be graduating from college?" But they're like, "No, I promise. We'll come back for the summer," and that's always a lie because once you're a college student, you're like, "Let me work for this summer or do internships for the summer." Or
Or party with my friends and not hang out with my parents for the summer.
exactly. And so like she calls like and then we cut away to the beach house. This skeevy property manager is like talking to like an inspector, and it's this place. This what is it? Basement. This beach basement. It's
Right,
flooded. It's
right.
so
And from that perspective, I was like, this family seems way too uppity to be staying in a place that looks like this basement. This is like a horror movie dungeon basement.
But I mean, like we get like a what's it called, like a drone shot of like the shore,
Right.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, ah, that's a fucking $8 million beach house right there. Like
Yeah.
this house gets rented out throughout the year, and then for the summer it's theirs. But like it is, yeah. This I don't know who this property managers get paid pretty well, especially for like a $5 to $10 million home,
Right.
and it looks like good old skeevy property manager's been pocketing a lot of cash.
Yeah. Because she calls and she's like, "Hey, did you fix all the leaks?" And he's like, "Of course. Yeah, we replaced everything, all the plastic pipes with copper pipes." And
Yeah.
then you see him with like a roll of duct tape trying to like
Uh,
get
oh
the
man,
plastic pipes to stop leaking.
this guy is so fired. Like, I mean, it's so bad. Because I mean, hey, like, listen, in between like renters throughout the year, I'm staying in that house. This is my house for that week.
Right, right, yep.
But he goes downstairs because from the basement there's a staircase to the beach. I was like, wow. And for some reason, there's a delivery package there. No UPS guys going on the beach to deliver packages. That's insane.
Right,
But
especially yeah. We laughed at that because I made sure to watch this. We laughed at that because there's like the door is upstairs and then like the parking lot is then up the hill,
yeah,
and so it's like the delivery driver came all the way down to the beach, walked underneath, and then put it at like the basement door.
the only thought I had was like, okay, maybe there's like a delivery guy RV at some portion of the beach, and he just like takes that to do all the deliveries there. But I was like, no, no way, no fucking way.
It's
So
the beach golf cart thing.
yeah, but like on the phone, they're like, like he's like, yeah, don't worry, everything's gonna be a okay. Or oh, actually, I don't know if they own it because he said you can't rent this house, but it's never really established because again, he could still be the property manager renting out the house for the family.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, no, like the package starts to kind of float away as they're talking, and so he goes into the ocean to try to grab it. Goes pretty far,
Right.
maybe like a quarter mile out.
How little effort he put into the stopping the pipes from leaking. He put
Yeah.
a lot of effort to get the package back.
Well, that's like it's immediate, right? Because then, like once they're here, like, well, what are you gonna do? Oh man, nah. But he gets attacked by a shark, and I gotta say, it's not that big of a shark.
It is not. It's in it. It's a interesting way of doing it because it looked like it was like real shark videos,
Yeah,
kind of like superimposed into the scene.
yeah.
Not like the typical super CGI
I mean, it
shark
gets
that
there.
Asylum often does. But there is
The,
the very first time again, the very first time you see the shark fin, it's
yeah,
going across the ocean
yeah.
and then it goes into the ocean, but the shadow of the shark fin lasts for like 1 second longer than the shark fin. Like
Yeah.
the shadow keeps going for an
Yeah.
extra 3 feet before it disappeared.
Yeah, it looks
It was wonderful.
it's a much more smaller, probably like a tiger shark or something like that. Like a very not a great white, like how usual asylum movies go for. This one looks like a much more smaller but vicious shark
Yeah.
because it fucks up this dude. It goes for the head
Yep.
and then doesn't eat the rest of the body. And so when that happens, like the family, like Joey Lawrence, he's like and tells his wife, "Hey, I'm gonna miss this flight. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get a rental. I'm gonna drive down there, and in 6 hours I'll be there."
Right. Yeah.
Pretty ambitious, I gotta say.
Instead of waiting a whole day to
yeah,
catch the reflight tomorrow.
yeah, and so like the family gets there. The kids are like, they're they're just unloading. Pretty uneventful situation. They get to the house, like the Charlotte, the oldest daughter, is like, hey, let me get the upstairs room, and Tucker, who's the son, is like the younger brother, is like, you got it last year, and she's like, it could be your graduation present to me, and he's like, okay.
Oh, I don't have to buy you something?
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all you really ever got to say to a sibling, right? And so, like, yeah, the family settles in. Everything kind of looks good. The power's kind of cutting out. And, well, like, the breaker's downstairs. So when the power cuts out, Jennifer's like, all right, I'll go downstairs. And she goes down there and she's like, what the F? It is flood. And I was like, this is so disgusting because you're barefoot into dirty water. And then you're going to mess with something electrical? Cool.
Right, yeah.
But she calls Mr. Rowan, who's the handyman for the property. And Mr. Rowan's like, I didn't put no copper pipes in there. He hasn't spoken to me in forever. And
Yeah, I haven't talked to him since last summer.
And so she's like so pissed. Meanwhile, she's also standing in front of this PVC pipe that's just spraying water at her. And I was like, that's for me, isn't it?
Right. I mean, like, you could just step 1 foot to the side and not be getting hit.
But okay,
we don't mind.
This is for somebody. And so, like, she's talking to Mr. Rowan, and he's like, "Hey, listen, I can stop by there by the end of the day, and I'll take care of it for you." And she's like, "Oh my God, thank you, and don't worry, we're gonna pay you. We'll pay you double." And he's like, "No, Mrs. Sampson, you don't gotta worry about that. But my wife really did enjoy those lemon squares." It's like, who enjoys lemon squares? Do you like lemon squares?
I do not.
All right, lemon meringue. It's like, ugh. And so she's like, "Oh, thank God so much. Thank you. I love you, Mr. Roy." And he's like, just get those lemon squares ready.
You just got there and your house is leaking.
Yeah.
Gets to bacon.
Gets to bacon, woman. And so they go upstairs, and Tucker's like, oh, what's it called? Like, oh, by the way, like when they first get there, one of the neighbors that live in the beach house next to them is like, "Hey, where's my boy Joey?" And he's like, he's driving down. This flight got canceled. He's like, "Oh, well, hey, if you see Becky, tell her to go to her mother's house, not my house, okay?" And Tucker, stop looking at my daughter that way. He's like, "What are you talking about? We've been friends since we were younger." He's like, "Yeah, but I know that look.
Right.
I know you lusting after my daughter." Yeah, and so Tucker, when like Jennifer finally comes back, she gets changed from being so wet, and Tucker's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go meet Becky by the beach," and like Charlotte and Jennifer are like, "Ooh, yeah, you guys are gonna meet by the beach." You're like, "Come on, we're just gonna go swimming." I was like, "Come on, Tucker, no one's believing that."
Right. And when you get that Tucker is on the
Water polo.
The water polo team.
Yep.
And then Grandpa is, since he's older, he's got a little oxygen tank, so he can't move very fast.
Mm-hmm.
And he's mentioned that he's like, "Hey, we should go fishing like we did when you were young."
Yeah.
She's like, "No, Dad, you're an old man. You can't put you in a boat. You're gonna die."
Yeah, you don't want to hear that when you're old. And she's like, she tries to be like, "Hey, like, if you're doing okay next week, We'll rent a
Right.
boat and we'll go
If
fishing, just me and you.
if the weather's nice, yeah.
Yeah, if the weather permits.
Because the weather is actually pretty nice right now,
Right
but
now.
we know 6 hours away is a superstorm.
So yeah, so Tucker gets down there, meets with Becky, and like they've been hooking up for summers. Who knows how long, how many summers they've been hooking up. And
Right.
she's like, "Ooh, look at my summer fling, all grown up now." And I was like, "How old is Becky?" She's talking like she's like 22. She's like, "Oh, you want me to show you your first pair of boobs?" Kind of like tone. It's almost like blank check status, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's definitely like I'm a little older. I felt like babysitter. Like,
Maybe. I was like, "Oh no, this child was a victim." But like, Tucker's like, "Hey, we don't have to be like just a summer thing." And she's like, "We'll see." And they start going swimming out. Charlotte and Jennifer, Charlotte and Mrs. Sampson see like the storm is getting pretty bad. So like they try to call him in, tell Charlotte, go get your brother. Charlotte finds the package. She's like, "Oh, hey, here you go, Mom. The package is here." She's like, "Oh, hey, get your brother in here. It's like getting pretty bad outside." And so like, so on.
and you will never forget his name's Tucker because Mom yells his name 75 times
Yeah,
from the upstairs window, and then the sister goes down to the beach and yells his name
yeah.
another 75 times.
Exactly. But then all of a sudden, Charlotte sees the shark, and she's like waving him down, and then they finally see it, so they make a dash for the shoreline. But you're never gonna beat Superman in the water. A shark, what, like swims like what, 15, 20 miles per hour or something like that?
Yeah, fast.
It's, and I thought Becky at this point was a goner. You know, it's like a bear in the wood situation. I'm sorry,
Right,
Colby,
right.
but you got a bad hip.
Yeah, and that's Tucker was like, "Oh, I'm water polo team. I am a much faster swimmer than you, so I'm going to get to shore. Sorry."
I feel like if me and Colby are ever in that situation, Colby's like, "Yeah, but he has a lot more bean on his bones. Look at him. He's like a Sunday roast."
And it's interesting because they do like as they're getting in the water, they do a couple like gratuitous butt shots on Becky.
They
And she's
do.
got a very nice butt.
She
And
does.
then the shark, every time it kind of swims towards her, it swims like directly towards her butt. And I'm like, oh, that shark's just gonna bite. Like,
Her butt.
yeah,
Yes, the meatiest part.
right. It's going for that Christmas ham.
Exactly. And yeah, like, but no, like they're for some reason able like to also bring Becky to the shore. Like
Right.
Tucker's able to save her.
She gets a testing nibble,
Yeah.
not a full bite.
Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, Kobe, if me and you were ever in that situation, you just get on my shoulders and we just have to look bigger than the bear.
Yes, yeah.
Exactly. And that's how our highest chance of survival, I think. Yeah, and so like they bring her upstairs, like everybody's freaking out. Becky's obviously going into shock. This is where we find out that Dad used to be a pediatrician.
Yeah.
Because he's like, "Give me rags, give me some water, and then give me some liquor and some rubbing alcohol." I was like, "Who's the liquor for?" It's for Dad. It's for Dad. He was like, "I gotta calm my nerves. Hold on, take a sweet." Mrs. Sampson is like, "Oh my God, Dad, you're drinking again?" She's like, "Never stopped." And yeah, so like they start taking care of her. Mr. Rhodey, who is the super or the repairman, comes by and is like, "Oh my God, can I help?" And they're like, "No, we gotta get her out of here." And he's like, "All right, well, you guys gotta hurry up because the Pacific Coast Highway, the PCH, is gonna shut down because of the storm."
Right.
And he's like, "I'll stay here. I'll go ahead and start fixing on your pipes. And yeah, by the time that's done, I should be able to get out of here, and all that stuff." They're like, "Okay, thank God." So like they get to like their Ford Explorer. Which I was like, I feel like this family probably should be like an Lexus or a Range Rover if they're able to afford to go on a vacation for a whole summer.
Maybe it's a rental.
Well, no, but like still, they're gonna be there for like 2 months,
That's true. Yeah.
right?
Well, you don't want a rental, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
exactly. They're not working for 2 months. I'm like, wow, they should be better off. But maybe this is the beater car. This is the car
Right.
they take for road
This is
trips.
this is Grandpa's car. He's like, I need a big car to get me an oxygen tank getting out easily.
But so like when they get up there, Mr. Rhodey, he's downstairs trying to fix repairs, and like there's like a leak at the side of the house, and he's just trying to patch it up with like another cardboard or like what's it called, like a
It is.
plywood.
It's definitely like if I just put this piece of wood over this leaky pipe and you can't see it's leaking, then the leak is gone.
Yeah. But like this thing burst open because like again like the weather has started to downpour heavily,
Yeah.
and and it bursts big enough that the shark gets in.
Right.
And then meanwhile, the family's upstairs, and a freaking what's it called, like an electric pole falls down, like Final Destination style. Doesn't kill the family, and then so she ends up breaking the back window and having her family climb out of it.
Right. Because there's still electrical wires hanging off of the pole, so they're scared to open the doors and get electrocuted.
I know, but I was like, oh man, that's so much broken glass. Like, don't worry, that you don't have to worry about that though.
We'll roll Grandpa over the broken glass first.
Yeah.
And
We'll use his
it's
body
fine.
as a yeah, and so they have to get back down, but now like they like see Mr. Brody has been eaten. They're like, what's it called? Charlotte also sees like the property manager got eaten too, so they're like, oh my god, there's a shark. And so like they go downstairs trying to fix like the electrical or whatever, just check on Mr. Rhodey, and for some reason go into the water, like which is now like waist high, I believe.
Yeah,
And
easily. Yeah.
yeah, and they're like, "Oh my God, there's a shark!" And so they both get into like on separate portions. Becky is like still just like chilling, just like I've been bitten by a shark. Again, it's gonna be a really fucking cool story later on, though. Like yeah, I got bit by a shark. Look at this shit.
Right. Yeah.
But like now, like Mrs. Sampson and like their grandpa, they try to save their kids. So like Mr. What's it called, Grandpa brings out his fishing rod to kind of distract this 200-pound shark. Which, hey, they were
Yeah.
able to do it for the kids to be able to get out. But so like
Right. And it's we probably failed to mention the basement is really only like a 10 by 10 room
this
with a kid
bitch-
on each side standing on a table
yeah.
and the 6-foot shark in the middle.
Hey, again, let's not think about the broken glass, right? So they're able to they're able to kind of like distract the shark long enough to to get the kids out of there. And so like when they start going up, this seawater is rising like fast,
Super fast.
because it's like by the time that they get out of there, it's already to like that second platform of the basement.
Yeah.
And so like they close the door and they're like, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do?" And Grandpa's like, "You guys gotta go, and I'll stay here." They're like, "No, Dad, we can't possibly get to higher ground without you."
We can't take these stairs to the third floor.
No, but like, why stay in the house? Just get outside.
Yeah.
Get to as highest ground as you could possibly. They're like, "No, Grandpa, we can't leave." And so like, yeah, like the shark keeps like hitting the door, and we get about like 20 minutes of like, oh my God, what do we do? I'm sorry.
And it's totally like the door is closed and the water, like when they show the water is still 4 steps below the door.
Yeah.
They close the door and immediately the shark is like knocking.
Yeah.
And all I can think is like the old Saturday Night Live where it's like, oh, Candygram. And they open the door and there's like that shark. And
Yeah, it is like so befuddling to me because I was just like, just leave the house, just walk. Like it'll suck, but walk where you can get reception.
Right. Yep.
Because that's like the most prevalent thing in this house. Like we don't have any reception. We can't possibly get any help. And so like yeah, like the what's it called, the door finally burst open. The water is like now leaking all over the house. And this is probably the worst CG portion of the movie because like Asylum's like we can't flood this house. Absolutely not.
Right. This is a rental. Our budget isn't that big.
Right. And so like now everyone's like, "Oh, get on the couch, get on the table. We have." And so like now the goal is to get on the stairs,
Yes.
right? And so like Charlotte is like, "Oh, let me grab this shovel, and I'll just keep trying to poke at this thing to save everybody." So like mom gets there, Tucker and Becky get there, which I feel like the shark should have gone crazy smelling Becky's blood in the water.
Right. Yeah.
But like they get there and then Grandpa's like, "Get out of here, Charlotte. I'll distract the shark."
I will sacrifice myself for the family.
And it is like about like a good 5 minutes of Grandpa trying to fight the shark with his walker instead of like as he's fighting it move towards like the back of the to the staircase. Unfortunately, Grandpa like he like I don't know if he just runs out of breath or something, but he like kind of topples over and then the shark goes to town on his legs.
Yeah.
And man, the whole family is like, "Oh, Grandpa, Dad, Grandpa." So,
And I gotta say, Mrs. Sampson,
yeah.
she's got the best scream face, yet it's a silent scream, and it is so satisfying to not have the super annoying screaming girl. But like you could tell that's her part because she's got the scream face. It's amazing.
So they get upstairs. What's it called? Somehow Joy Lawrence is now in L.A. He's driven so fast that the 6 hours were really 3 hours.
Yeah, he's booking it.
But he gets stopped by like police, like a highway police. They're like, "Hey, you can't do it, man. It's it's dangerous. You can't go there." He's like, "All right." Turns around, finds like the back way.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I don't know if I nodded off. I didn't nod off, but I felt sick watching this movie. And I want to let you know, I did not have my root canal yet. So I was like, why do I feel so strange right now?
Because there was so much water. You get a little seasick. Because the house is
But
rocking.
like, did it ever show him meeting up with Tad, who's Becky's dad?
Okay, so Tad drives by the SUV, which he sees is smashed.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, I hope Becky made it to her mom's house."
Yeah.
And then he speeds off. And then you see Joey park in just like a residential neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then go and like climb through a hole in a fence.
Mm-hmm.
And then he walks 10 feet and Tad is laying on the ground with a bloody forehead.
Oh.
And he's like, "Oh my goodness, Tad, what's going on?" He's like, "I'm trying to find Becky." He's like, "Oh, I'm trying to find my family. Let's go looking together because they're probably together."
Yeah.
And then they kind of walk off together. So there's not really an explanation of, you have to just like assume that Tad drove off the road or got washed off the road. Yeah,
maybe.
And somehow Joey he knew where this place was and he could drive close enough that he was like, I can walk there from my car in this residential neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just walking through this like little shrubberies.
Well, like, that I'll give him that just because like if you live in California, for the most part, you'll know like shortcuts. Because especially if this is like something that happens often, Like,
Yeah.
hey, it's our like bad storm. Like, you can't drive on the thing right now. You got to park over here if you live over here. So like, there's like a lot of alternate routes, right? But yeah, so like the family get to like the top floor. Everyone's crying. They're like, "Oh my god, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? The water level is rising and rising. Oh my gosh."
And that shark is still hungry, even though he's already eaten 3 people today.
Oh man, and then like this escalation of like how high the water has gotten is like insane
Right.
because
Right.
it's like reaching the second story.
Yeah,
And
it's like New Orleans like flood, like
yeah,
where like you see the now you're like the roof of the houses and people are like climbing on the roof to be safe, even though this is a 3-story house on stilts on
yeah,
the beach. And this is only like
yeah, I was like,
3 hours later.
this
But
house, is there like no regulation for this house? Like, hey, this house is like gonna let you, I want to let you know it's like 100 feet below seawater level, so if there's a storm, your house could be engulfed in water.
right, right.
But no, like, yeah, it's so like, oh, man, the shark is like slamming into the back door or the door to the bedroom. It like the whole family's like, oh my god, everybody get on this bed. The shark couldn't possibly bite through this bed. And then they open the window, and the shark just swims out.
Yeah, yeah.
But then we see, first of all, like as somebody who used to surf, like no matter what, you're not getting on a surfboard during a storm like this because we see Tad and Joy Lawrence paddling to the house. Like no way you're making it. Like
Right, right.
absolutely not.
On the boards, just in the middle of this storm.
Yeah. I was like, okay, so you guys can afford like a multi-million-dollar house, but no one has a boat?
Oh, and the phones still don't work, but they were able to contact the police on their watch.
Yeah, somehow. And they're able to be like, oh, but like they get cut off and they're like, they're going to be able to ping our location, right? Like they do on CSI,
They're like,
on
yes,
Bones.
of course they can do that.
And so we do like, so like Joy Lawrence and Tad, they kind of like have to stop paddling because there's like the shark there. And Joy Lawrence is like, don't make a move or else he's going to think we're food.
Right.
But Ted's like, I gotta save my daughter. And unfortunately, he gets eaten. And
Yeah, and
immediately. And Becky's like, oh my God, no. And I'm thinking, like, is Mrs. Sampson thinking, well, my dad dies, so you're shit too. No, just kidding. No, but like,
I was thinking, oh, your dad just died. Don't worry, we'll adopt you. But now you can't be with Tucker
yeah, now you can't.
because he's now your brother.
Well, yeah, I think if porn sites have said otherwise, she might just get stuck somewhere. It really inconvenient, like a dryer. No, and so like yeah, like so Joy Lewis gets in there like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? All right, we're gonna take Becky to the attic, which clearly has black mold. And then you guys are gonna get on the roof because rescue services are out there, and we just gotta get flashlights, and you'll flag them down, and then we can get out of here.
Yeah.
But like, his wife is like, I'm gonna help you up there because that's a lot of weight to carry by yourself on those steep ass ladder. And so like they do that, they get there, but then
And Becky's just in the bikini, and I don't really trust you enough.
Yeah. Yes, in this dire situation, I've seen enough horror films. You might no, and so like, but she ends up getting stuck in the attic with them, and Tucker and Charlotte, they're on top. They're trying to wave down these guys, rescue services. They see them and they start to go there. Again, you know what though? I gotta say, these guys are pretty brave because they're like in this turbulent storm. They're like 5 more minutes. They said they were here, and then we'll go back. right? I was like, oh, they're just gonna go back. I would have.
I
Like, ain't no way
right,
nobody
yeah.
here, But no, they get messed up. They get hit with a wave. With again, first of all, another thing too. Like, why are they using like this rescue raft instead of like an actual boat?
Because of the storm.
Because of the storm. No, so they get overturned and then they get eaten by the shark. And now the shark is like, now this flood has gone to the roof, and now the shark is like kind of just looming over them. Joy Lawrence like his wife finds a pipe and they're able to break through the roof and get through it and all that stuff. And they see the raft, and Tucker's like, well, Joel is like, I'm the dad. I'm gonna go get it because I'm the head of the family. Which I was like, okay,
Right.
probably the most realistic thing that's ever been said in this movie. Okay. And Tucker's like, Dad, I'll do it. And he's like, no, you can't do it. He's like, Dad, I play water polo. There's a shark in the water, and I'm basically a shark. He doesn't say that, but I like in my head, I was like, I swim faster than the shark.
Yeah. I can beat that shark.
I can beat that shark.
Especially with a full belly. That's going to be all big and bloated.
Yeah, he's heavy.
Slow.
And like he does get there. He does get to the boat, and like gets the boat to the roof. The shark is still looming over, and we found out that there was another breaker on the top of the roof.
Right. Yes. I remember the at the very beginning, the inspector who was
Yeah,
telling him he couldn't rent out the house was like, "You're not allowed to have a breaker on the roof because if there's a storm, you can't.
can't
It's
get
going to
there.
get wet." Yeah.
And so like Joy Lawrence, there is like exposed like an antenna. I don't because he was like, we're gonna do solar panels.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's like one unfinished solar panel. Joy Lawrence rips it off the hinges, sticks it in the shark's mouth, and he's like, did anyone order fried fish? He didn't, but I was like, come on, give me something.
Yeah.
Fish and sticks. Come on, man. And like he fries the shark, and they're able to get on this raft and presumably get to safety, because it looks like it's funny enough. It looks like as soon as he kills the shark, the weather starts to kind of calm down.
Oh, right. No, because the shark is. We've watched Sharknado. Obviously, the sharks are the source of the storm, and now that you've killed the shark, the storm will recede.
And like funny, like that's where the credits start rolling. And I was like, this movie looks bad enough that it's gonna have a post-credit scene of like sharks in other homes or something. And the movie just ends there.
Yeah.
So let's.
I was like, did you see an ending credit? Because I didn't see one. This would be like the first time.
The first time I've outcredited you. Okay. Let's go to our other section: high star or low star.
All the 5 stars are just like shark or this movie was awesome. Like, so we went to 4.5 stars out of 5, and it says this review may contain spoilers. Go upstairs, kids. I'm gonna fuck up a shark. A blissful amalgamation of a mom whose mouth is inexplicably open for the entire film, and CGI that dares to rival Avatar. Edit. I have knocked off half of a star because the dad was annoying and should have died.
Oh, wait, which dad?
I'm assuming Joey,
Joe.
because he's the only dad that was still alive.
I thought like the grandpa. All right, we got half a star. It's got the usual bad acting, atrocious script and terrible effects, but there isn't even anything funny here. It takes itself too seriously, which is an interesting choice to make for a Tubi original. It's not Jurassic Shark or Tsunami Shark bad by any means, but at least those have a funny moment or two. Half star. Yeah, I gotta say, I think that's probably its biggest fault in this movie, is that it should have been funny. Like, my thing, like, okay, like, what I love about bad movies is, like, even, like, bad movies that, like, take themselves, like, serious, it's,
Right.
like, almost so serious that it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But like when you do like a super campy movie, you gotta have like levity in it, where you're like, that movie was so bad but so funny at times. And
Right.
this,
And you didn't even have like you didn't have a comic relief. Like if one of the characters
yeah,
was funny or one of the characters was like so annoying you wanted them to get be the one
Eaton,
getting eaten and then they never did, like till the very end.
yeah, like that's kind of pretty much what I feel like asylum movies always need is like, and for some reason they always kind of lack that for a good amount of them that at least I've seen. Like Sharknado is like it's so ridiculous that it's funny. But like the other asylum movies like Arachnoquake was like, we needed some funny things in there. I mean, the guy from Terminator 2 was kind of funny because he was just so blatantly like ignorant. That it's just like it's almost like you need characters that are gonna be caricatures of like people.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what I think. And that's kind of what this movie needed. I was like, the grandpa should have been just way more like ignorant or something like that, or just like something like that, or even the son Tucker, but he was just so worried about his girlfriend, and like the mom was so worried about her kids, which I was like, okay, but like those kind of things are reserved for better actors. uh,
It, yeah. I mean, it did it did have a little suspense. Like there was like it did an an okay job like building that suspense.
yeah,
Because you were like obviously you knew the shark was coming,
yeah,
but it was like there was nothing special about the shark, and there was only one shark.
yeah,
Like it, they could have had multiple sharks. Like we can't go out into the ocean because the shark's out there, and there's a shark in here, and you know, like the shark out there is the mom shark. It's trying to get the baby shark that's trapped in
yeah.
something.
This needed
Um,
a man shark.
I,
Because like one of my funniest things about like one of the biggest horror franchises, like Friday the 13th, is like when Jason goes to Manhattan. And that is so ridiculous, but it's so hilarious because like even Family Guy spoofed it.
right.
And I remember I was so mad because I was like, I was thinking about the logistics of Jason going to Manhattan, and then Family Guy is like, they did it, son of a bitch.
But
And
we say the Sharknado thing. The first Sharknado tried to take itself
too serious.
too serious.
Yeah.
Like because if you watch once you've watched through all of them and you go back and you watch the first one, you're like, oh yeah, it's not as good
Yeah.
because it's ridiculous. So it's still fun, but it
It
tries too hard to be serious. And
yeah.
then once you get to the second one, they're like, okay, we found our niche.
Yeah.
Let's ham this up. Let's like start getting some
Well, yeah,
C-list
because
celebrities in here who are going to basically volunteer to get eaten by sharks.
well,
And
yeah, because I think the best part of Sharknado was like, oh, what's it called? The dude from 90210, who was the blonde guy, the dad.
yeah, uh-huh,
He when he jumps into the shark with the chainsaw,
right,
I was like, that is like the best part of that movie.
yeah,
Because otherwise, like as I'm watching the first Sharknado, you're just laughing at the bad CGI. Like,
right. So like the shark maybe at the end should have been attacking the boat where the mom and the brother sister were, and then like Joey Lawrence comes like flying off the roof like
Yeah, see,
300 style with the piece of
electric
the
a solar panel.
yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what it needed. Like, see, like Asylum, if you're listening, because I feel like at least some one person in the office is like, these guys talk about underrated movies and bad movies, so they're probably gonna talk about Asylum movies at least once in a while. Listen, man, if you guys are doing scripts like this, you gotta ham it up with the action
Right,
to
right,
be just so ridiculous that like it's like so good.
right. If nothing else, like you make it serious all the way through, and then just over the top ending
Yeah.
or something.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like this movie is like it needs the ridiculous kills. You know, like killing like the property manager. That one could be like your normal kill, but as the movie progresses, this movie really needed to ham up the shark
Oh my
attacks.
god. Oh, Joey doesn't meet Tad early on,
Okay.
and Joey just jumps on the surfboard to try to get to. Doesn't get eaten, still makes it.
Yeah.
They're fighting. They start to go to swim towards the boat at the very end, and off of the cliff in the Corvette, Tad flies into the shark.
There you go. See, that would been a like it because you know when Fast and Furious does it, like that's what takes me out of Fast and Furious was like when they do these ridiculous car stunts and you're like, oh, come on, man! Like these guys used to just be like freaking robbing like semi trucks. And
Right,
now
right.
these guys are like flying cars from one building to another in Dubai. Okay. See, like that, those movies are so ridiculous that like it makes me hate it because of what it used to be. But Tad, not meaning Joey Lawrence, driving from a cliff with the Corvette to run it into a shark
Yeah,
would have been hilarious.
yeah.
Would have been so ridiculous, so over the top that it would have made this movie so good. And like,
Right. And it would have been totally surprised because everybody would have been like, I totally forgot about that guy because we only met him at the first 5 minutes of the movie.
exactly. And he's like, "You're not gonna eat my daughter." Just something so dumb. Oh man. I think that's what would have made this movie. Like those are like the small little changes that Asylum needs to do for their films. Like our Arachna Clown.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta say, man, I feel like one of these days we should just get together, write up a script for Arachna Clown, and just send it into Asylum and see, because we just start combining like, what's it called, phobias for horror movies. You know what I mean? And kind of just go that way. Like that would be so much fun. And
Yeah. Yeah.
if somebody's listening to this and they make Arachna Clown, we want at least 10% of your efforts.
Right. Yeah. At least give us a plug.
Yeah, yeah, like in the
The
movie,
name of our
there.
podcast, like on a billboard in the background or something.
That would be so amazing if we could be a part of the Asylum verse as just like, oh, in every Asylum movie, they're listening to like the Who Watches This podcast. And like that would be so sweet. That would be so cool. Oh man, but we're coming up to ours. So I'm gonna go ahead and thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check all of our other theme months down below, where we have other ridiculous movie themes, and the obligatory Christmas and Halloween months.
Of course. Yeah. Those are the two holidays that they just pound us with terrible movies.
Yeah.
So.
But we do our reviews in 4 different sections. We do stream it, DVD it, Blu-ray it, and the Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where are you at for this one?
I would love for like an Asylum Ultimate Box Collection. Give me like eight or 10 shark movies.
Yeah.
Like 8 or 10 shark movies on 2 DVDs. Yeah.
That's all
but
they
yeah,
would need.
But yeah, if you're not getting me that, probably just DVD. This this is bad fun enough that I would own it.
Oh man, I don't know. For me, I gotta say, I'm probably just gonna go stream it. I think this movie needed to be way more over the top and funny for me to get it on DVD because I can't imagine myself wanting to watch this more than once. Mainly because of like just like my whole thing is like if it's my family, it's like let's get out of the house. Let's go up the beach. Yeah, it'll be raining. I'm pretty sure we can walk to the shelter and we'll be fine.
Right.
It's like the simple. I know that's everyone's gonna be like, well, if they did that, there wouldn't be any movie. You know what? There would be because in my version, they would do that, and then the shark would transform into a shark man. We get street sharks.
Yes. Yeah.
That's another like movie I would like super watch is like Street Sharks. I'm so mad we never got a live action for that, but I get it. That's a lot of animatronics.
It's still someday it's gonna happen.
One of these days. I mean, hey, come on, like we can't at least get like a revamped Street Sharks. They did it a ton of times.
We got turtles.
Yeah,
we got turtles. We got
we still got Power Rangers.
Yeah, we
could definitely do Street Sharks. Oh man, but I want to go ahead and thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check all of our links down below.
Yeah, we got our Tubi. What?
Whoa.
We are not on Tubi.
We should be though.
We should be.
Yeah.
We got our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, Threads.
We're everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Hit us up, please. Want to go ahead. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out the theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on our album Music Podcast 3, and the Bandcamp is down below.